Hey everybody, it's Kate, and here is part 2 of this really exciting modern mountain house. That's hard to say, modern mountain house. And then it's almost like there's too many M's, and then when you get it, you kind of get on a roll and you want to say modern mountain mansion, but it's not a mansion. It's actually not that big of a house, which you'll see when I zoom out. But right now I'm working on the interior. This video pretty much goes through, I think, all of the interiors. Maybe we don't go through all the interiors, but we definitely get through kind of the main public areas of the house today. This was a lot of fun. It took me a long time to pick that floor. And so when I finally chose it, I just put it everywhere because I was like, I'm not going to spend the time to make that decision again because it took me so long to commit to something. So this is what we've got. I just did kind of a concrete floor with the control joints shown. And so I'm not really sure what's taking me so long at this moment. Maybe I'm looking at inspiration photos on like other areas. That's probably what I'm doing. So this is the main entrance to the home. And I'm populating it as if it's the main living room and with a little bathroom and kind of drop off your stuff area. So this is kind of that drop off your stuff area or mud room, whatever you call it. And really wanted to populate it and make it look as legit as possible. So there's little dog food bags, dog treats. I just like to assume that every sim will have a pet. I pretty much play with sim pets no matter what I'm doing. So yes, really wanted to just clutter this up because I feel like everybody's mudroom or just drop off area tends to get cluttered. I'd actually, that table that I just moved away, I'd never seen that table before. And I don't know why, but it looks like it'd be a great desk. So I think I just moved it off to the side and I was like, oh, I'll use this later because this is amazing. And I don't think I've ever seen it before. Trying to use find some lighting for the space, and I decided that these I think these are from Get to Work, these pendant lightings or lights. They look kind of fit the modern feel, and they have that copper color, which I also kind of felt went with the style. And then I dropped in that fancy window from, I think that's from Vintage Glamour. And I was just like, this is way too fancy. And this is more of like a woodsy modern home, not a fancy modern home. So again, trying to find maybe some other lights to put in here. And I decided to scale down that sconce, and I think it looks really nice. Putting some finishing touches in here. So yeah, just a little powder room. And you can see I'm trying to test things out at all times of the day as well, because, well, things just change. Like I'm dropping curtains in and everything. This is like what it's going to look like at nighttime. And it's kind of odd that I dropped in these curtains while I have it dark outside, because you'd think it'd be more helpful to, actually have the sunlight kind of shining in while I put up the curtain so I can really see what the effects of it are. Gosh, I love that Navajo rug. But I ended up going with, I think this one. Oh no. What did I end up with? Okay. So I replaced this rug several times, meaning replace as in I moved it around. I don't think I changed out I couldn't decide. It's kind of odd that, because I've got these two big doors. So I've got the entrance door, and then I've got the door to the outside, like back onto the deck. And then the fireplace is offset. So I really did not set myself up for a good layout in the living room with the architecture. So I was just trying to really play around with that by moving the rug around and the couch a few times. I just get too, I just get too carried away with the exterior architecture sometimes and forget to look at the interior. So I do try to do a little bit of both when I do a build at the same time, kind of the exterior and interior. But, not always. I get really into what I'm doing and forget to check other things. So right there, I just dropped like some tongs. It's like kitchen tongs, and like cooking utensils on the floor next to the fireplace, because I was so sure that we had, like things to stoke a fire with, and I couldn't find it. So I just put kitchen tongs on the floor. So if you know what I'm talking about, and maybe it was a Sims 3 thing and I'm just like going way back in my brain remembering it. But if we do have that, please let me know where the heck to find it, because I am so frustrated that I couldn't find it. And then I decided, so everything in this living room was facing the TV and fireplace, but we really have the amazing view out this other side. So I put a little seating area here with an ottoman. I think it looks great. I think it looks really nice. And kind of dropping some more clutter in, decided that these people must be really into reading, because I dropped a lot of books in. I think I scaled down that table so things weren't exactly sitting on it whenever I used 9 to go up and down. Little family photo collage with another ottoman there. And now moving on to this really fun outdoor area for kind of dining, entertaining. So I drop a bar out here. You know what I did not put in here, though? That was a huge mistake. I really should drop a grill in here. And I'm actually not finished with this build at the time that I'm recording this, so I can probably go back and fix that. But in this video, you'll see that I do not put a grill in this outdoor space, and that is just a missed opportunity. There should really be a grill out here when I've got a dining space and a bar. So here, trying to pick out which table looks appropriate. I think this is what I ended up with. And this is a blend of, I think, of a Seasons table as well as the fitness chairs. And amazingly, the wood tone is the same, which just never happens in The Sims. I mean, nothing is the same in The Sims so far as like finding good wood tones. So in order to get these counters to be flush with the back of the bar, they're actually pushed away from that wall, I think 1/4 of a grid square. So what I did was I actually added the wood horizontal panels on the back side. And I think that was a good move, because it kind of adds to the space anyway. And so here I am cluttering up the space with some seasonings and some like outdoor utensils. It'd really be an amazing place to have. This whole house, I mean, is really my dream. I think I said in an earlier video when I was making my Sim Hadley that I often do these Sims things. Everything that I create in The Sims is something that I would want in my real life. I'm trying to get that kind of satisfaction from The Sims, and maybe everybody's doing that, and that's why The Sims is as popular as it is. So these are those toddler lights, and they're really like low to the ground, so you can see I raised them up there. And I think this is about where I end the video. I'm going to place a few more things, but again, this was part 2 of 4, so remember to check out 3 and 4, and then when it's available, which I will tweet out on my Low Simmer Twitter page, remember to download